What's good, guys? It's your boy Justin J coming to you with another video. Let's cook, boys. Let's cook. All right, how to control your emotions, okay? And why being too overly emotional or overly emotionally invested can actually lead you to become a weak man. Okay, now don't get this misconstrued. I'm not saying that men can't feel emotions. Men don't have emotions. That's not what I'm saying. But when you lash out, you become destructive. Like you just lash out because something's not going your way. That's going to stem from being overly emotional or just being emotional in general. Half the battle of being a man is knowing how to identify these emotions and know that you can use them as fuel. You can actually change the meanings to them. You can actually change the laws in your mind, guys. When you react to everything or a situation doesn't go your way or somebody tells you the truth about yourself and then you just lash out, that's not a good look, because as a man, people are going to come to you to be a problem solver. But when you're overly emotional, people are always going to be like, I don't know if I should tell this guy this. I don't know if I should go about this way with this guy. You know, let's just leave him out completely. And I understand a lot of guys grow up without fathers. I grew up without my father. So of course, like I grew up emotional as well. You know, you're always under a woman's leadership. You're looking at the way she leads situations and you're like, okay, that's how you do it. No, that is not how you do it. As a man, when things don't go your way, you always have to find a solution or find an answer. Remember, guys, like I say, you are the opportunity. Anything you need to know, Google search away, YouTube search away. But you know, guys always get emotionally invested in things because they don't understand that a part of the game is, you know, you fall, you pick yourself back up. You fall, you pick yourself back up. You fall again, you pick yourself back up again. There's none of this crying, complaining, and whining baby bullshit, right? Listen, big brother talk right now. You're never going to get the best out of life when you're always emotionally invested in people, when you're always emotional towards, you know, situations that don't go your way or go in your favor. You need to understand that no matter what you're going through, somebody always has it 10 times as bad as you. Really think about it. Think about it for a second. So what I started doing is writing emotions down, right? And then thinking to myself, hey, do these emotions dictate how my life is going right now? Like the moment something clicked up here, it was like, no, they don't. That's when I knew I was changing and making a breakthrough. See, my past life before, I was very destructive, guys, because I was always in my emotions, fighting all the time, lashing out all the time, stealing from people, manipulating people, corrupting other people to bring them down on my level. Because I wasn't sure of myself. I didn't know who I was as a man. Understand that. And now that I do, look at what I do now. I try to boost and raise other men's mentalities up to let them know that there's a light inside of you that shines very bright. But when you get overly emotional and you just like act like a little punk, you dim that light. You diminish that light. Look, a part of being a man is going out into the world, right? Creating something, you know, putting that positive energy out, paying it forward so you get it back, being grateful that you get to wake up every day and get another chance to do it again. Like if you fail, you get to wake up again and try again. You understand? And guys will get overly emotional. Here's for instance, when a woman leaves a man or wants to step out of the relationship or just scrap the whole entire relationship, the guy never knew who he was. Brother, that's why a lot of you guys will have a chick play games or leave you, and then you're up late at night like, well, why did she do this? I wonder if this guy's better than me. I wonder all this stuff. Who cares? It's about you. Stop letting these emotions take you under. Okay, she wanted to leave. She wanted to move on. You know what you do now? You turn yourself into an unrecognizable monster of a person. And no, I don't mean you have to have the biggest muscles. Just make sure you change the way you look. You change the way you feel. You change the way you just lead your life. It'll all change. That same person will look at you and you will no longer be that little weak punk beta. I'm telling you right now. But when you stay overly emotional, you reject the masculinity and you embrace that weakness, what is that? Stop feeling sorry for yourself. You know, a lot of guys don't have fathers in their lives when they come up and they're growing up, so they run the streets. They lash out. You know? They manipulate. They cause chaos and end up where? In jail. Youth correctional. Big boy prison. That's all that's waiting for you when you don't understand yourself and you lead with emotions. You don't think, you just react. There is a danger to all men when you do not understand that emotions are just feelings and they can drive you. Do you understand? Anger can drive you to get your ass in the gym. No longer be that depressed, fat, miserable piece of shit. Do you understand that? Do you understand that sadness can actually make you put pen to paper and express it and then actually go sell it or actually pay it forward so somebody else can understand the feeling? You understand? And then you actually feel happiness off of that. Like, yo, I'm building somebody up rather than trying to manipulate, you know, rather than trying to bring somebody down to your level where you're at that time. All these emotions can be fuel. They can be used to become a better version of yourself. Being overly emotional is just a disservice to you. It's not a service. You will be on some shit like, you know, well, everything's going wrong, so why should I keep trying? Oh man, nothing ever goes in my favor, so why should I try anyway? What the fuck is that? I'm letting you know right now. When I had nothing, when I didn't know where my next meal was gonna come from, when I didn't know where the next dollar was gonna come from, when I had nowhere to go, all types of shit, not knowing who I am as a man, and just, I was a drifter. Once I actually understood who I was like, man, these emotions don't mean anything. Because where I'm at right now, you know, what is sadness? What is depression? What is anger? What is all of this stuff right now? To me now, it's stuff that fuels me to get better. Because I wouldn't have got better if I wasn't angry, if I wasn't fed up, if I wasn't miserable, if I wasn't depressed, if I wasn't always that guy who used to try to manipulate, coerce, you know, corrupt, to have people bring people down to my level. If I never went through that, I would never be able to boost you guys up with these videos. I would never really see that light inside of me shine so bright. I was always dimming that shit before. But now that I see that light, oh no. I'm letting it shine on the whole world. I'm going out into the world and I'm creating a dent in the universe. I'm going to make change because I am the change. Remember, guys, when I said you are the opportunity? Same thing. See, a part of this beautiful mind that you have, once you start leading your life like a real man, all aspects are the same. All the same. Militant, proper, structure, discipline, all of it. That's a part of being a man. Your actions and your behaviors and your boundaries. Is anywhere in there being overly emotional, flying off of the handle, thinking like, oh, well, that girl don't like me, so, you know, now I feel less than, or I'm not good enough for anyone. No, because there's going to be another girl that's going to like me. The same way how, like, you know, if you go after an opportunity and you don't get it, you don't sit around after that being like, oh, well, I'm just going to wait for the next opportunity to come because last time when I went after it and pursued the opportunity, I got dropped on my face. It's not about how hard you can hit. It's about how hard you can get hit and still keep coming forward in this life. Be a man. Everybody's always in their feelings. And here's the thing about being a man. You can literally be emotional. Your dog dies, your dad dies, God forbid, anybody in your family passes away. Yes, you can be emotional, but the surface level shit, a girlfriend wants to leave you, your wife divorces you, you understand? Like your business dips, in business, you're always going to be up, you're always going to be down. So when you're down, are you going to let that take you under? Are you going to sink? Are you going to drown? No, you got to keep your head above water. And keep pushing through. Move militant. See, that's the problem in society nowadays. Everybody likes to look at excuses and go towards excuses and shit. So when you adopt that mindset, like, oh, I'm comfortable over there because this person sounds exactly like me with the excuses and the surface level baby bullshit, you will be comforted by lies. You will reject the truth. And when you reject the truth, you're only lying to yourself. You're only doing yourself a disservice. You want to do yourself a service? Pick yourself up off the ground and understand that these emotions fuel you to just become a monster of a man. And when I say a monster of a man, see, here's the thing. A dangerous man that can control himself, that's a monster of a man. That's a real man, a proper gentleman, a proper man. Not some little punk that cries, remains weak, and likes remaining weak. Because you know what? He blends in with all the other weak people. When you give in to these emotions, right? You're always going to have blinders on when you walk through the world. You're not going to accept the harsh truths. You're going to want to be tucked in with like warm milk and cookies. You don't really want any masculine guys around you. You want to keep knuckleheads around you. Understand that. That's exactly what's going to happen. Ain't nothing good coming from being overly emotional or being overly emotionally invested in people, situations, and things. So if I don't get that girl, is that the end of the world? If I don't get that job, is that the end of the world? Hey, if my car breaks down, is that the end of the world? Am I going to start flipping the hell out? No, I'm going to fix the problem. You as a man, you're a thinker, you're a problem solver, you're a leader, you're a provider. Do you understand that? But if you're a little punk, you're none of those things. You're none of those things. You're a male. See, there's males and then there's men. There's boys and then there's men. Stop with all this emotional stuff. If you're going through a tough time right now and you just feel like lower than low and you got all these emotions going on, anger, sadness, depression, right? Really think about it. Is this the end of the road for you? Because I know it wasn't for me. And I was at the lowest of lows. And I'm telling you right now, I wouldn't even be in this position to give back to my brothers and boost people's mentality and raise other men up if I didn't pick my own self up off the floor and stop being emotional all the damn time. Things are going to happen to you in life, things that you just can't avoid. A part of being a man is bracing yourself for it and preparing for it before it even comes to you. Do you understand that? As a man, you know things, you're going to be placed in uncomfortable situations. Being a man is being comfortable in those uncomfortable situations. You grow. Do you understand? Don't ever think that, when I'm angry, I can go like flip off the handle and do whatever the hell I want. No, that doesn't do you a service. But if you get angry and you say, you know what, I'm going to get up every day now and become the best version of myself because I'm angry. You can flip that. I'm angry at who I used to be. I'm angry at my mentality. I want to change my mentality. Don't be angry at that person. Don't be angry at that thing that didn't go your way. Be angry at yourself because you didn't identify how you could boss up in the situation. That's all that really is when you get angry. You get angry because, you should have seen it coming a mile away. Or something just pops up and you're just not equipped and ready to deal with it. So you get angry, you get frustrated, and that's okay. But you never let that shit take you under. You never let it really get to you that bad. You say, you know what? I identified what happened. I'm going to move accordingly now. And you know what? Everything is going to figure itself out because that's just the way it has to be as a man. I don't have time to slack. I don't have time to worry. I don't have time to complain and remain the same. I have to be the change if I want to see change. Remember that. Sadness. What is that? What is sadness? And all of these emotions are just temporary feelings, to be honest. They go away. Look, that girl that dumped you on your face or that girl that, broke your heart, I'm telling you, a year from now, with a little bit of self-improvement, sadness, gone. Anger, that person told you the truth about yourself. And yes, it might have been the truth at the time. You said, okay, I'm going to change that about myself. Give yourself a year of self-improvement. You change it. Anger, what is that? You understand? Frustration? Okay, I'm frustrated now because I didn't lead a situation the way I was supposed to as a man. I bet you that'll never happen again. Take a year off, do some self-improvement. You'll actually be able to see bullshit before it comes. Bet that shit'll never happen again. I'll never feel like that again because I've leveled up mentally. When you're in your emotions, mentally you become weak. Do you understand? You will reject that masculine, beautiful mind that you have, and you will conform to society's bullshit. You will be with the next trend, and you will do anything just to fit in. There's a term, sad boy. That's literally a term, sad boy. And people identify with that stuff. Like, what are we talking about here? Guys, you are the opportunity. There's a light inside of you that shines, and you can either dim that light and diminish that light, or you can elevate it, nurture it, and make it just shine even brighter. This is for all my brothers that think they're going through a tough time right now. You will come out on top as long as you do not fucking let these emotions take you under. Never let these emotions get you down and get in your way, because look, they're your emotions. So basically, you're in your own way, right or wrong. So you move out of your own way. You lift yourself up. You boost your spirits. You look in the mirror and you say, yo, every flaw I saw about myself before, I love it. It just has to be this way, because you are him and they are them. I'm gonna always keep saying that in my videos, because I see it in the comment section. Guys are like, yo, it wasn't until I started listening to your videos for like 2 months straight or a month straight, or I've watched every single one of your videos. Brother, I'd never understood what that meant when you said, you are him and they are them. Now I'm feeling better about myself. I'm actually doing the things that I want to do in life, and I'm seeing results, and I finally understand what that means. Because if you're in your emotions all the time, acting like a little punk, you're never going to understand that saying. You're going to think that's something foreign. But when you understand yourself and the beautiful mind that you have, sky's the limit. It's over. Emotions are nothing. They are merely feelings that are temporary. Now you can either let them drive you to success, or you can let them hold you back from success. The way you negate being too emotional is actually understanding and identifying where the emotions come from. Some sort of trauma, where they stem from. Do you understand? Or, you know, somebody else's BS rubbed off on you, so now you feel like them because you guys had similar situations going on. No, identify where it comes from, then think, do these emotions stop me from doing the simplest things in life? Do they stop you from waking up in the morning? Do they stop you from paying your rent? Do they stop you from driving your car? Do they stop you from going to the store? No! And if they do, like, you're fat, you're lazy, you're miserable, you're depressed, you don't go outside a lot, you sit and play video games, you don't want to go and approach women, you don't want to go and have fun with your friends, you don't want to go try something new, learn a new trade, learn a new skill, pick up a new hobby. Yes, emotions will stop you from that, but if they're not stopping you, you need to know that's half the battle. They're temporary. And hey, look, if they are getting in your way, listen, get out of your own way, because they're your emotions. You're the opportunity. Everything's on you. And embrace masculinity. And it's always going to come full circle the way you lead your life as a masculine man. It's your boy, Justin J. Get with you boys in the next video. Like, comment, subscribe. Let's go, boys. Let's go.